was professional. Bill Cosby was there. He had to be there under law. He sat at the defense table. He didn't talk with his attorneys very much at all. It was a packed courtroom. The defense was extremely aggressive toward that judge. Now, you've just heard Gloria all read the prosecution theory just in a nutshell, and they had Andrea Constand's statement read through the detective. In the months of January or February 2004, Andrea Constand was invited to and went to Bill Cosby's home. When she got there, she said she was having emotional issues. He went upstairs. He brought down, she says, 3 blue pills. He had her take them. He also told her to drink some wine. After that, she said she suddenly felt woozy. Her legs were weak. He had to assist her to a couch. She said that she was conscious in and out, but she wasn't able to stop him from sexually assaulting her. The defense fired back on cross-examination with that statement, saying that so many things that Andrea Constand had said, she crossed out. And she wrote other things, that she had gone to Bill Cosby's home several times before that, and she had gone after that, that she had accompanied him and met him at Foxwoods Casino when he was performing there. And they specifically went into that because Andrea Constand had originally written that Bill Cosby had invited her to his bedroom after the show because he was going to pack. She crossed that out. And then she originally had written that they laid down on the bed together with their legs touching. She crossed that out. The defense made a point of this, and that ultimately she said we were just close to each other at that point. Now, the prosecutor objected to all of this because a preliminary hearing is not credibility. That is not taken into account. It is a prima facie case. If there's probable cause, a crime has been committed. But the way the defense got it in, they kept saying consent. There was consent to all this. And the defense was very strong in their argument and during testimony of Bill Cosby's statement, saying that Bill Cosby admitted to all the things really that Andrea Constand did, but said it was consensual, that she was not given wine, that she was given some pills, but she wasn't woozy, she wasn't unconscious, she didn't object, she never said no, and she was able to say no. She was able to talk.
A Pennsylvania judge ruled Thursday there is enough evidence for Bill Cosby to stand trial for sexual assault charges. Those charges stem from a 2004 encounter between Cosby and Andrea Constand. She told authorities that Cosby sexually assaulted her after giving her drugs. Cosby has said the encounter was consensual. Cosby was arrested on those sexual assault charges in December of 2015 and was released on $1 million bail. Constand is one of dozens of women to make similar allegations against Cosby. This is the first time Cosby would stand trial for sexual assault charges. If convicted, the 78-year-old faces up to 10 years in prison. For Newsy, I'm Christian Bryant.
And much more still ahead. A very busy political news morning. But again, we're going to begin with that breaking news we told you about at the top. Right now, out of Pennsylvania, Bill Clinton is set to arrive at a suburban, Bill Cosby is set to arrive at a suburban Philadelphia courthouse any moment now for a key hearing in his criminal sex assault case. The 78-year-old Cosby faces criminal charges for allegedly drugging and molesting a former Temple University employee at his home back in 2004. And today's hearing will determine if prosecutors have sufficient evidence to send that case to trial. We're going to go live now to Norris.
Don't be surprised if Mr. Cosby is going to pay out money to these women. Whether these allegations are proven true or not, he's going to pay some money. Even though going to make it. And I hate to be as morbid or straight to the point, but usually when I call these things, they usually come to fruition. I told y'all the things they was doing to Chris Brown, that came true. I told y'all what they trying to do to Kanye West, that's coming true. I told y'all they trying to be with R. Kelly shit, that came true. I told y'all that Ray Rice's career would be destroyed, he would never play again. Told you there's a lot of things I said because I understand history. I understand our place in the world as black men. Now let me say this again to my brothers. Go ahead if you want to step outside the community and be intimate with that white female if you want to. And I I have family members who are in inter-ethnic relationships. They've been with their women, been with them for years. There's some white women who are extremely loyal to their men, to black men, just like they would be loyal to a white man. But there's some white women who they say slummy. They want the black dick. Especially if he's rich and famous. They know that she's going to become famous just being on him. Let's look at Carmen Electra. Her claim to fame was being around Prince. What was she known for? I mean, sis, she couldn't sing, she couldn't dance. You know, they're talking about the Kardashians. It was women before the Kardashians or the Jenners that was eye candy too. Here it is, every time a Caucasian woman yells that she's a victim of something, you have to step back and take a pause, because there have been a lot of cases where they cried wolf and nothing happened. I'm not saying that white women don't get raped. I'm not saying black women can't get raped or any other group of women. But there's no way in hell a white female is going to wait a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 5 years, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to say, oh, bye, this black man did this to me, and have no physical evidence, no witnesses. I can't just yell that out any clear. Well, speak about that any clear. Excuse me. That Mr. Cosby is being accused of things that have already been proven just by people asking questions, getting his travel arrangements and shit. Chloe Gowen, she tried everything to say Cosby did something, and she must have been listening to Black Blog Talk when we said, wait a minute, why aren't you bringing Hugh Hefner into it? And when it was mentioned last week that she's going after Hugh Hefner, the media is sort of like, she went after Hugh Hefner. Now, one time they questioned Hugh Hefner and say, wait a minute, all these females that over the years they come to the Playboy Mansion and they never been accused of anything. Then all of a sudden, you say Bill Cosby, they all come out the woodwork all of a sudden. That to me comes across as suspicious. And they use the excuse, well, it was all fearful. Really? And what was a white female afraid of a black man? I ain't met one yet. Yeah, I know there are going to be white people listening to my videos assuming that I'm talking about all white people, all white women. I'm being honest with you. Observation. You talk to any black man in America, we'll tell you, you fuck with a white woman, you play with fire. Because she's been made to believe that she's the most delicate, most beautiful thing on the planet, and that ain't true. The other day, the media, they couldn't over the weekend and talked about it until yesterday. Well, you know, Mrs. Cosby's disposition, she was flat out defiant. She was rude. But now you have people attacking Hillary Clinton for what her husband did, and they saying it's not fair to go after the wife, but you cool go after Mrs. Cosby. See, y'all try to rationalize certain aspects of things. Let me tell you something. Cosby is just the new nigga of the month. I keep telling y'all, they can't get that guy at the White House, so they say any black man to do any famous, well-known black man to do. And what bothers me is how some of our brothers in Hollywood, or brothers who's been in front of the camera and start flipping on Cosby. Well, you know, this is what Cosby get. Charlamagne the guy, everybody praise him because he told that white girl off. But he was out there telling Vlad, a white man, you know, Cosby should have been dirty. He shouldn't have been out there criticizing nobody because he was dirty. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody probably don't have room to criticize anybody. Some people might say, I don't have any room to criticize people. But I never went around saying I was perfect. And I don't recall Bill Cosby saying he's perfect. Bill Cosby criticized a certain behavior in our community as self-destructive. And I think anybody who loves their people, who say they love their people, will say, no, I'm not going to defend a brother or sister who's doing self-destructive things. What Cosby was doing was in the privacy of his own home, or what they allege he did. Cosby didn't go out there and disrespect women in public. Cosby didn't go out there and wasn't groping women in public. And the brothers that have been calling Cosby out, all have cooned at some point. Kenan Thompson, Michael Eric Dyson, When Michael Eric Dyson on Bill Maher, he be begging Bill Maher, yeah, brother Bill, yeah, brother Bill. Kenan Thompson's the token black guy on Saturday Night Live. That Whitmore dude that was doing the White House Correspondents' Dinner that said, bury my nigga. But you have the nerve to criticize Cosby, but they've all showed they natural ass. You got Ari Spitz like a fucking raccoon around the eyes, like somebody punched him in the eyes with both fists. You know, and the black community, we just be defending everything can't be racist. When Eddie Griffin said that we can't leave clean, Vlad said, you know, Eddie Griffin, if you watch Vlad, then he a slick motherfucker. You know, Eddie Griffin said this, Jamar said this. Oh, because some black guys said it the way it is? Look, let me tell you something. Cosby, at best, he could have been in the car for cheating on his wife. But that's between him and his wife to discuss that. And how we don't know that she get down like that? White women do it every day, and now we try to make it, well, he's American. No, the white media declared him America's favorite dad. I don't recall calling around saying Cosby is America's favorite. No, I have a father. White media elevated Cosby to that. And Cosby at some point bought into it. He stopped going on shows talking about shit and mixed comedy. And I get I understand what he's trying to do, but now they throwing it back in his face. You can tell the man is having issues with his sight. You can tell he's not in the best of health. They wait till he get up here damn near 80 years old, like, now it's a go after him. So they figured we didn't got OJ in jail, and even though shit come out every day, people still say, we think he'd kill him. They got Michael. Michael's dead and gone. We finally got that nigga. We got his catalog, we got the Beatles catalog back from we did what we did. Chris Brown was coming up. We stopped him, nipped him in the bud. R. Kelly, he's still around hanging on. We gotta bring up shit by R. Kelly. Every time a black man does something, make a move, he is attacked. The media is giddy watching Cosby go in and out of it. You know, Bill Cosby, you know, his career's tarnished. And we in the black community flipped on him overnight. And that, to me, this is why these people can come out and say what they say and no pushback. NBC is CNN are treating that these women that said Cosby did something as fact. You have no fucking proof. Well, he did this in 1970 something. When I was 15, first of all, you have to be a little slut at the age of 15 to sneak into Playboy Magic if you got in there underage. That says a lot about your parents and upbringing, how they raised you in your background. This woman that they going to court under, they already went to court. She got paid already. How you going? That's double. It's like double jeopardy. How you going to go back and retry something that's already been retried? The new prosecutor promised, put me in, I get the nigga for you. They waited till the last minute. Everything that, look, I'm not a lawyer, but I know this shit don't pass the smell test. This is why I get frustrated with black men. I'm like, don't y'all see what they doing? We need to come together and understand that they are targeting us and they doing this shit on purpose. And they pull that white female out. See, they know they can't use the black woman anymore because some of the sisters are starting to realize what's going on there. Albeit it's a little late, but they're starting to realize it. You know the black woman that's supposed to, one of the first before Beverly Johnson, Michelle Hurd, she most recently on Daredevil. You know she ain't came out and did no public interview? You know why she ain't came out and did no public interview? Because people start asking her questions. And the people say, wait a minute, Michelle, didn't you? If Bill Cosby is this, you was on the show with Malcolm Jamal Warner. And rumor has it that Malcolm, you know, Cosby would snap by every now and then. Eddie Griffin even talked about Cosby stopping by on the show when it first started. So you mean to tell me then you say, well, you know what, Malcolm, I don't feel comfortable with Mr. Cosby coming around because, you know, he did this to me. All these people that claim for years they heard of Cosby doing shit didn't say shit. Now all of a sudden, well, he did this to me. Chelsea Handler, ugly ass. She's 40 years old, like she's 70 years old. Come out. Well, yeah, Cosby came on to me. Really? Nobody never want to talk about the fact that you got women that act like whores when they come across a guy that got some money. I remember when I was in management, one of my boss said, "Hey Harvey, you get promoted, man. Once you put that white shirt and that tie on, they gonna come at you, man. You have to be beating them off a stick." I said, "I'm cool. I can handle it." He said, "No, I'm just giving you a heads up, man." He says, "It's a little different now with that sexual harassment shit going on." He said, "You may not mess with it, but allow him." All of a sudden, I'm desirable to the women that I was working with or would never paid no attention to me. Cause they figure, oh, that nigga got some money. Girl, you better go hook up with him and then turn around and yell something. You would think now all this shit going on that black men would be a little bit wiser. Like Cosby, I think Cosby got comfortable. Like I say, y'all, I find it suspicious that all these women had the exact same response. And Cosby can't be that he ain't that powerful. You got a fucking sitting president can't get away with shit. How does a guy that tells jokes for a living get away with it? Now, what happened? These bitches went to it was groupies. They were somewhere. They saw him. They came on to him. They put it out there. He probably fucked them and got some hair from them, and they thought they had one. Because his reputation was clean and shit, they're like, I'm not allowed to put myself out there. Like, fuck that. But now these victim rights groups have it where every female that yells they've been attacked is automatic believed. How many stories have we heard within the last 20, 30 years that men have went to jail or been accused of crimes they didn't commit, especially sex crimes? How many times have black men been accused of sex crimes they didn't commit, and then all of a sudden you find out years later they was nowhere near the scene or it didn't happen, and they spent 20 or 30 years of their lives, it got taken away from it, and a woman still, well, I still believe it's him, but DNA evidence or witnesses proving that it wasn't him. And then if they do get the guy that confessed, a lot of times they don't be black. Y'all remember during the election how many white women was telling stories about black men accosting them and shit, and nobody's brought that out. Don Lemon gave these women an opportunity to come on CNN and wants to have you open the fucking floodgates. Here it is, Elijah Wood came out yesterday and said something about children dealing with predators in Hollywood. Corey Feldman said it was dismissed because Corey Feldman would allow Michael Jackson. That's what I say to young brothers. I said, look, if you're going to fuck around outside the community, you better make sure you let people know who you're dealing with. You better let people know where you're going. You better be seen on the camera because Big Brother today is watching everywhere. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every white female is out to destroy a black man. I'm not going to sit there and play into that. But just to be honest, there's a history there. And they may be writing the rules on Cosby and telling you what it is. They try to take that money away from them. Just like they brought the O.J. Simpson miniseries out, they timed it just right to know he goes parole next year. So people say, you remember, he didn't get charged. He didn't go to jail for Nicole and Ron, so let's keep him in jail. You notice the guys that go around talking about they thug rappers and they killers, and you notice they'll never go back in those guys' so-called past and say, hey, make them pay restitution, or let's go destroy their careers. No, they don't fuck with them because they're being poisonous to their own people. But the ones who got their act together, think about it. Look how they done Malcolm X in the last 10 years. Now he's gay. You can't do anything with Dr. King without bringing up some alleged extramarital activities. I'm telling y'all, I hope to God I'm wrong about this Bill Cosby thing, but I'm telling y'all, Cosby's going to pay and he's going to do some jail time. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I hope to God I'm wrong, but I'm seeing these judges and them, they changing the rules on Cosby. Everything that the lawyers them agreed to, everything's thrown out the window. Gloria Allred, she's in Pennsylvania. She's doing interviews, but you got women in California that their credibility is extremely shaky. What's his name? Tiger. When that white girl her mama tried to say something happened, the media quickly don't want to bring that up. See, Bill Cosby don't have any good surrogates. I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect. Eddie Griffin, Fans on Love, and them, they cool. They doing their thing. Sandman doing their thing. But you need some A-list starter. I want to play A-list starter. Say, you know what? Mr. Cosby's legacy, he do deserve the right to be treated innocent to proven guilty. That don't cost you nothing. And people say, what about the victims? We don't know if these women are victims or not. These are women who are accusing him of improprieties. You have to understand, they never went to law enforcement, they never went to a doctor, they never told their friends or family. Don't that strike you as odd? Well, they were fearful. I said, we live in the United States of America with a very, very, very current racial history. In what century has a white woman been afraid to dime out a black man? Now people gonna sit there and ignore the elephant. It is a racialized thing, but black folks are pissed off that Cosby called out some of these motherfuckers' relatives. See, Eric Dyson pissed off that Cosby called certain names because Michael Eric Dyson brothers the jailbird. Or you got some people saying, "How you talk about single parents? Because your mama and your daddy made poor choices." You see, y'all can't separate that part from how you see how Cosby's being railroaded. See, if I was spokesperson for Cosby, I get out there and say, look, we take rape very serious in society. We don't want to see any women abused, but women have to understand if these things are happening in the rate they say they're happening, you have to report it. But at the same time, accept responsibility for your actions. Stephen A. Smith tried to say that. Michelle Beaver came out and she demanded, y'all suspend him, and Stephen A. was gripping. Let me say this again. If you a man, let's just take the race out of a fact, but you a man and you at work, minding your own business, and you got a woman in there, she flirting, she trying to get a promotion, she's flirting with you, doing everything, and you don't bite. And you get a promotion and you go on doing your own thing, and she said, fuck, I'm gonna get that bastard. He raped me, he did this to me, and you're like, I didn't do anything to her. How would you like people calling you guilty without even getting the facts or looking at the situation? Well, Cosby gave him a pill, so he must have been drugging him. I guess people ain't been to clubs in the last how many hundreds of years, or parties, excuse me. When you go out to dance and when you go out to club, you got wine and liquor. Why? You have a good time, loosen your inhibitions, right? You don't think at these clubs and parties that people not taking drugs, they're not taking weed, ecstasy, somebody not doing certain things. Come on, y'all, we need to grow the fuck up as a society. Now, a lot of people say, well, Harvey, you taking a Bill Cosby, he's a black man. Yeah, I got to. Because every time a black man is accused of a crime, he doesn't mean he's guilty. Now, when I see a brother guilty, I can say, yo, man, this don't look good. Because let me say this. If it was a balance of women coming out and they was doing it at an appropriate time, or had a history of saying things, then I would say, you know what, man, back in the day, man, a woman accused you, and okay, we give you benefit of doubt. Then another one. Now, even though those women came and accused you at a certain point, don't mean that you did it. But it's just that all of them have the exact same reasoning and rationalizations. Why? That don't make any sense. What it is, they don't want this man to pass his legacy on to his children and grandchildren. I'm telling y'all right now, They can't. I mean, look at Donald Trump, how he's talked about women, and they give it, and it's in the media act like they don't know what Donald Trump said. I'm like, y'all got selective memory. Y'all got amnesia all the goddamn sudden. Let me say this again to my brothers and sisters out here. Y'all gotta understand what these devils are on. These motherfuckers think they slick. Let me play this real quick. I want y'all to listen to the tone and listen how the media is reporting this. This is a part of something I caught.
Consuming less than one cocktail. So I really didn't understand what had happened, and I made myself entirely responsible for it.
And it was only later, Patricia, that you thought, oh, this was something else.
That's right, because when he assaulted me again in Atlantic City a year and a half later, I connected the dots. I thought, I remember feeling like this once before, only in the second instance, I knew that I had been physically assaulted.
Okay, and you didn't go say nothing. First time I might give you, I didn't feel right. Then you say, I felt like the second time you still didn't go to report it. And you waited how many years? See, that to me is suspicious. And they report it as if, well, the Cosby accuser. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. But if you're accusing somebody, you don't get equal time. People say, well, Cosby to come out and speak. No matter what Cosby said or do, they've twisted the man's words and actions. I'm telling y'all, you would think after 20 or 30 or 40 some years of watching black men come under attack, well-known black men in the media, and it's always something to do with sex, is playing to a vicious, nasty, outdated stereotype. I'm not saying that black men are angels. God knows I'm not saying that. But they changing the fucking rules every time something happens. I'm sorry. These women were whores. Let's keep it, call it what the fuck it is. And if these women claiming now they was there at the Playboy Mansion, they was teenagers, they were young sluts. So it plays into some improved a theory or something that a lot of us have talked about for years. This is why they try to normalize. This is why Amber Rose and them try to push slut being a slut. Don't slut shame. Why? So you can go out here and cry wolf when you get caught doing something inappropriate. There was a time where a woman went to a party and she went out and she was drinking her ass off, and somebody said, hey, you might want to stop. Or you might want to stop somebody. You say, no, don't go. No, we'll call you a cab. Or we call you. It's time for us to go. No, I want to stay here. I want to do this. And then to come to find out, she didn't get the whole basketball team. And now with pictures and shit, people talking about it. Oh my gosh, what if my parents find out? Oh my gosh. And you know, there's some black guys fucking me. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now, I ain't buying it. I'm telling you, too many brothers have been. Look what they did to Michael Jackson. Look how everybody talked about Michael Jackson like they had absolute proof. Then the second case came around and they brought shit from the first case. Even Geraldo Rivera raced his ass, and a lot of the white journalists said, "Wait a minute, we helped destroy this man's reputation." And when he died, some of the people felt guilty about it. And the ones who admitted to it, they ain't on TV no more because they don't want them speaking out. I'm telling you right now, I don't think this is going to end well for Cosby. But the black men that jumped the gun and said, Jimmy Walker, Joseph, all these motherfuckers, yeah, we know about Cosby. If you knew that Cosby was doing this shit, you had responsibility as a fucking man. I don't give a fuck what the ethnicity of that woman is to say something. Because I say this to you. I have sisters, and I know how my sisters are, and that's why I know they wouldn't put themselves in a situation like that. But they just say for shits and giggles, and they did. And somebody knew that they was violated, and you didn't say shit. You just as complicit as anybody else. I can understand if it's a woman on the street and gets raped, put in the alley, and the guy takes her ID and say, I know where the fuck you live. I get that fear. Or I get the fear that some women will say, I went out there and put myself in that situation. I get that. That's embarrassment. But if you don't say anything, you're contributing to a further victimizations of people. This is why black folks speak out about racism and discrimination, because we know we ain't the only ones experiencing it. But when we recognize it for what it is, that's part of why we so open and willing to stand with people, even though we don't demand anything from them. A lot of these cases that these women said have already been proven as lies, but the media invested too much into it. Why aren't y'all asking the question, why is Gloria Allred always fucking around with going after black men? See, the problem is, it seems like America wants to revert back to the 1960s and 50s. And a lot of our brothers and sisters think it can't happen. Okay, keep thinking that shit. Now people say, well, Harvey, what if they did have a documentation on Cosby? That means he did it? No, unnecessarily. But my thing is, if these women felt that he did these things, why did you keep going back? I don't understand. It's like me. If you get bit by a dog once, I don't want to keep going to get bit by a dog. I mean, some human beings, some people do dumb shit. I understand if you're in love and you keep going back to the person you love or whatever. You're just stupid, blinded by love. But this motherfucker you have no emotional attachments to, and you say, I felt weird, and then I excused it. I got with it again and felt with it again. I recognized, but you still didn't say nothing. Nah, that ain't rape. That's you just being stupid. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't feel. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm about to say is I'm gonna say this right now. I don't feel sorry for people that put themselves in harm's way. You go to you're an underage girl sneaking to an adult party. What the fuck do you think they was doing in the Playboy Mansion? You know motherfuckers are fucking and sucking. Hugh Hefner is 90 years old. You really think the women like a 90-year-old man that can't get it up? Seriously, do you really think that these women was fucking all these celebrities, even these average C and D-list celebrities, because they love them? No. They're for a come up. That's why I say, when I hear people criticize Kim Kardashian and her family, I'm like, really? That's why I can't muster up a whole bunch of anger. I mean, I don't like the fact that the Kardashians have used black people to get ahead, black men to get ahead, but don't they do that in the entertainment industry? I'm telling you right now, they keep changing the fucking rules because I'm telling you, they want to break Cosby. I'm telling you, he's that ultimate get. Because after Cosby, get Cosby, who else is out there in the black community stand out? Michael Jordan get mocked all the time. When he was playing, they loved the hell out of Michael. Now he's gone, he's a meme now. Michael Jordan, he got drunk, he drinks a lot, he gambles a lot. But before that, when we knew he was doing that shit, y'all, don't you dare say nothing about Michael. See, as long as we making people money, we good to go. But once we ain't making nobody money and we sitting on money, you gotta destroy that nigger.
Patricia, thank you so much for being on the phone. Craig, I want to send it back to you, but I do want to note in fairness that last fall when Patricia said those things, we did reach out to the Cosby camp, and at the time they denied all of her allegations. Right.
Great, so thank you for that. Patricia, thank you as well. Janet Shamlian remains on standby for us outside the courthouse. And Janet, I understand that you've got Miss Allred there with you.
I am here with Gloria Allred, who just spoke after the judge's decision. Ms. Allred, while you do not represent Andrea Constand, you represent a lot of other women. And what is the significance of this decision for them?
Well, I think that many accusers of Mr. Cosby simply want Andrea Constand to be able to have her day in court in the criminal case at the trial.
You know why she said they want Andrea Constand? Because they figure if it's proven or court say Cosby is guilty, then it's easy for them to get their law and say, well, if he did her and they say he's guilty, then it happened to me. And see, that's dangerous. But see, you know, and some people, I keep hearing people use this, well, the number of women have come forward. How many millions of black folks over the years have talked about police brutality and whatnot, and we still told that we're making it up? See, let me tell you something. The United States is always going to be a racist country. And black folks, we need to push back. I know it's difficult. but you need to fight back against this. This is why I advocate us doing our own thing. This is why we need to clean up our communities. We need to get right with each other, because I'm telling you right now, when you interact with these devils, and I ain't saying all of them are devils, this is the yin yang. Gloria Allred hates black men. Every goddamn case she does is against a well-known black man, or even not a well-known black man. Two things that Gloria does since this Cosby thing that people in the media don't seem to want to talk about. Defending that woman at that pool party when that little girl got slammed by that cop, and that woman was fighting that other black girl. Gloria is defending her, or her law firm is representing them. And Gloria did a press conference with them. And then you got the other one with the girl lied and said, and her mother said that Tiger was coming after them. And they did a news conference for that. Why ain't nobody calling it out? Why ain't nobody saying, this is odd. Gloria already seemed to go after black men. She went after Michael Jackson. She had something to say about O.J. Simpson. She blah, blah, blah. We never seen her do this with black women before when white men are accused of crimes. She don't do that. I'm telling you right now, these motherfuckers are transparent. And the media is giving these motherfuckers a wide berth. I'm telling you right now, that's why I kept telling y'all, stop attacking your own for just telling the truth. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now what they doing. And I'm telling you, they trying to spook black folk. If they go after Cosby, who next? All these people have come out and talked about Cosby like a dog. And I'm like, in less than 2 years, everything Mr. Cosby did or said, y'all threw it on the side. And all these people, all of a sudden, Cosby been doing this for years. Like I said, if you knew he was doing these things, you didn't say nothing, you're just as guilty or complicit, in my opinion.
And Mr. Cosby is going to have his day in court at the trial. And I think that that's important. They want the truth to come out.
Were you surprised at sort of the frustration and anger by Cosby's defense attorneys over the reading of the testimony instead of having Andrea hear the so-called hearsay evidence admitted?
I'm not surprised at all, because no doubt the defense did want her to have to take the witness stand. Perhaps they wanted to do a fishing expedition and try to find out more about what her testimony will.
You heard the reporter. The defense is a mad because the woman wasn't here. And Gloria said, well, they want to do a fishing. Wait a minute, so you mean to tell me the bitch wasn't in court? Now, mind you, they settled this years ago. See, this was just number like double jeopardy. I'm telling you, we write the rules for us. This is why I say it's important for us to vote. This is why it's important for us to control our dollar. This is for us to hold on to our intellectual property. Because these motherfuckers are slick. They rewrite the rules to go after us. And I'm telling y'all, integration is the worst thing that ever happened to our people. I mean, don't get me wrong. You should be able to go where you want to go. You're supposed to know where you want to live. But trying to be combed out with these motherfuckers, that's the worst thing our people have done. I'm telling you, because they can't be trusted. We out here doing shit to each other and don't realize the game they playing. We playing fucking checkers. They playing chess. We playing Uno. They playing blackjack. We playing Monopoly. They playing Jeopardy. Let's keep it fucking real. These motherfuckers always finding a new way to twist shit. Like I said, I don't believe none of them females, because there's no way in hell y'all all have the same exact response. Rape victims don't run back to the goddamn perpetrator or alleged perpetrator. There's one thing seeing kids being molested and they don't understand or can't comprehend, but you are of age, you know better. See, if these are little girls and babies that Cosby's fucking with, I get it. They know, no fucking way.
Be at trial to try to emphasize any inconsistencies they could find and to look for what they could use at trial. They didn't get that opportunity. It isn't required under Pennsylvania law or in some other states either. They instead, the detectives who interviewed Ms. Constant and wrote a police report, which he had an opportunity to make corrections on. The detectives testified, and that was sufficient, and then also put into evidence, of course.
Make corrections on? You get it? See what I mean? Y'all listen to what she's saying. They changing the rules as they go along. I'm telling y'all right now. And I'm gonna say this now. I want to say this. Whatever happens to Mr. Cosby, I want us to make a mental note from President Obama all the way on down. Everybody has something negative to say about Cosby. So when them Negroes get in trouble, when they start whining about the system, I want you to throw it back in Michael Eric Dyson's face, man. You like a bitch talking to Ed Schultz. You like a bitch talking to Bill Maher. Ken Thompson, you like a bitch on TV talking about Cosby. A man that handpicked you to star as a beloved character that many kids grew up watching. That Wilmore dude over at Country Central. You're like a little bitch. Joseph C. Phillips, you wouldn't even be a name or be recognizable if it wasn't for Cosby. A lot of you motherfuckers out here have thrown Bill under the bus and you know goddamn well the history of this country. But I say this to black men, stop, you better control your dick, control your urges. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, if I was a thirsty motherfucker, I've probably been fucked up. I'm dead serious. Because I was talking to my father, I said, Dad, you know the amount of women that throw ass in my face, and you know there's a large number of white women? And he said, yeah. He said, you're at that age. He said, you're at that age where they don't look the same anymore. They start all of a sudden, they start wanting to get with black men. I never forget when Christy Alley was on Oprah before it went off there when she lost all that weight and started talking about she got a crush on Jamie Foxx. And since then, she lost all that, kept that weight off. She don't mention Jamie Foxx and any black men anymore because she figured, oh, I was fat. Let me go get a black man and fuck me and get me an orgasm. Now that as long as I'm on this weight, I'll go fuck me a white man. Ain't nobody stupid. See, these are the things people don't want me talking about, but I'm keeping it fucking real. And I know I ain't the only one to see this shit, but I'm going to say this again. I know Cosby. I wish to God I never came across these women. I'll keep telling brothers, we got some issues with some of our women, but I'd rather be with a black woman than a white woman. And like I said, if you're a white woman and this ain't you, I'm not talking about you, but you got to admit, you have to admit that you do find suspicious that a white female in the 1960s and 70s, when they really could have fucked up Cosby's career or life, didn't say nothing. Hell, even at the height of the Cosby, so you didn't say anything. You didn't say shit when old girl came out and was saying Bill Cosby was a daddy. You didn't come out and say nothing then. You didn't come out and you say nothing before. All of a sudden, some unknown comic say something. All of a sudden, this people talking about this. Man, this ain't a fucking setup. I don't know what it is. Then all of a sudden, he started getting endorsed. I'm like, huh? Because he ain't the first comic that made Cosby jokes before. There's been various different Cosby jokes, but he make this joke. All of a sudden, people take notice. Hannibal. If Mr. Cosby died, I hold you responsible. If Mr. Cosby go to jail, I hold you responsible. Because you sat out here and you was used and you trying to make it like, well, I was just telling a joke. Why would you go out of all the recent things you could have talked about, you go pull Bill Cosby out your ass? Look, I'm going to tell you something. I don't like traitors in our community. I told y'all know, I'm going to leave a link to the video, and you'll understand what I mean when we should do with traitors in our community. Every other community does it. Now people say, Hart, what if you wrong? What if Cosby is that? Then these women and these people who knew it bear some responsibility as well. If I saw a classmate or a child being molested, first of all, I'm gonna walk and beat the living shit out the motherfucker that did it. Okay? That's just me. But if I knew a kid was being molested and I didn't say shit, and then I go around like when we knew what was going on, put me in jail. Well, how do you not say anything? That means you was complicit in seeing this poor child be raped, be molested. See, nobody never thinks about those things. Nobody never asks that question. Like with Michael Jackson. Well, we saw Michael Jackson doing inappropriate things. Really? And you didn't say shit?
Cosby's own words in the interview that he gave to police.
And hearsay is not unusual in Pennsylvania to be admitted in preliminary hearings.
It's not unusual for the police officer to testify at the preliminary hearing about what the victim said rather than having the victim testify at the preliminary hearing. We have the same concept in California.
So why are you here? What is your involvement?
I'm here because I represent more than 30 accusers of Mr. Cosby, including one in a lawsuit, Judy Huff versus Mr. Cosby, and I am monitoring the legal developments in this criminal case and also in other cases pending against Mr. Cosby.
Gloria Allred, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Craig, I'm going to throw it back to you now.
All right, Janet Shamlin, and again for our viewers and listeners just joining us, legendary comedian, 78 years old. Bill Cosby will face trial. He will face trial in the sexual assault case stemming from that incident in 2004 at his suburban Philadelphia mansion. A trial date has not been set just yet, but again, about 40 minutes ago, Montgomery County judge deciding that there was in fact enough evidence to move forward on those sexual assault charges. This is MSNBC. We're going to take just a quick break.
I say it now and I say it again. I'm standing with Bill Cosby because I've seen too many black male celebrities get to a certain point and all of a sudden they accuse them of some sexual impropriety. And I'm sorry, too many black men have been hung from trees, been castrated, been shot, have gone to jail, or reputations have been destroyed based on an allegation. And let me tell you something. If any of these women had went to, going to a police officer, police don't necessarily mean anything, or going to the doctor. But the thing is, if any of these women done these things, I would sit there and say, well, you know what? It could be something there, but that don't mean they did it. But the sheer number of women that they're accusing, and they all have the same reaction, there's something about that just don't smell right. And I'm telling y'all right now, any black man out here that sits here and say that they think Cosby did it, or bring up about his criticism of certain members of the black community, you're missing the whole motherfucking point. I'm telling you right now, you got brothers right now on the jobs who are nervous because at any moment they can get accused of shit just like that. I've seen what it done to people. I'm telling you right now, you got no physical proof. They putting hearsay evidence in. They already went to court about this, and now they tell me, let's open it back up again. The one we should be looking at really with questions like, Hannibal, what did you get out of this? You on TV all of a sudden, you got an endorsement of Samsung, a big foreign electronic company. And they also want to criticize Dr. King's son and Reverend Sharpton. They own Bounce TV, right? They quickly took the Cosby Show off the air. I got a question. Where were y'all at protesting Donald Trump after all the racist shit Donald Trump was saying? Do y'all watch TV, network television, and cable television, the filth they put on, the images they promote of us? Where y'all at going after these goddamn record companies promoting these images of our people, pimping our women out? Why don't you go after these skin flip companies, these ghetto guys? I mean, if you guys really about women, and what about how the image of our people are, you guys, y'all quick to throw us under you're all under the bus, but you want to go stand with everybody else. That boy got accused, them boys got accused of raping that girl, that high school back, I forget the name of that town, about 3 years ago. It was a white boy and a black boy, and they had video of people making jokes, and what was going on. They focused on the black boy, not the white boy. Think about that for a sec. I'm telling you right now, if Cosby, I don't think he's going to make it through this one. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the God I'm wrong. He's going to pay millions of dollars, or he's going to go to jail, or he's going to die before I'm telling you. Or his shit's going to be stressed on his wife. I'm telling you right now. Black folk, I'm sorry right now, this is not the time for us to stop. I mean, we need to do like white folk do. Even if they think they motherfuckers guilty, stand with them until proven otherwise. Harvey, you got to sit down. My sisters ain't stupid. And if they do go out there and do that, they know he ain't gonna stand with them. Like, you was brought up better than that. You going to a party, you let a man give you something, don't know what the fuck he's giving you, and then if you do it without and you feel something wrong, you don't go to the doctor and get checked out. You don't tell nobody nothing. That don't sound, well, I was embarrassed. There's a lot of shit that embarrassed me for years. But when it comes down to my health and my safety, I'm going to say something. Or maybe me and a hardwired different, I don't know. But I'm like, he's innocent of proven guilty. And the media has pretty much fucked him in the court of public opinion. And I'm telling you right now, Cosby going to go to jail or pay some money. I'm telling you right now, the court of public opinion, you got to think Don Lennon and you got to think the black, there was our own people that went to these women aid. You got the Young Turks. Yeah, he did it. He did it. Cosby did it. But when white men accused, we got to give the benefit of the doubt. Look how white people get mad when people say something about Bill Clinton raping somebody. And I don't even think that's fair. You had a chance in the 90s to prove it wasn't proven. You went through the first 10 years of this decade. You went through the first 5 years of this decade. Now 2016. Let's bring up about Bill Clinton class. This past. I don't like hypocrisy in any way, but I'm like, now you guys saying something? But they defended Hillary. You can't blame her whole responsible. But Cosby, white, y'all, yeah, get the bitch in there and make her get in front of the judge. Make her testify. Be rude to answer intrusive questions and blah, 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 blah. And all you motherfuckers that say you heard or knew shit about Cosby, y'all rotten to the core too. Cause y'all had a responsibility to say something. You didn't. Now y'all jump on the bandwagon. You rotten motherfucker. That's why Pat Oswalt miserable right now. And the motherfuckers keep leaving comments. You nigga, you wrong. I didn't wish his wife death. I just said, you see him out on TV talk all this shit about Wesley Snipes and Bill Cosby. Yeah, he did it. We heard it for years. God don't like ugly. Y'all better wake the fuck up.